out of playoff contention. They would not be going on that miracle run up to Shanghai and making an echo of what happened in 2023.
Massive game for them.
Focus, Bren, to start
Right,
this
NRG
map
on defense, EG on attack. We've got a cross map knife with 4 passes stack over towards A. I'm just going to hit no one, so does Raze take any control or
look
not?
like there's more presence over towards B with that knife.
One over the top not broken. That's going to clear out most of the site.
Ethan
should be. Yeah, Ethan inside the cage actually has locked this one up and over and around. Ethan still gets the one there. In fact, NRG are willing to just hold the ground.
Saved them.
Real defensible positions.
Coming in.
Being red there, just trying to absorb up that space towards mid.
That's a lovely pistol round strat. Reading the
Dude, honestly, NRG's pistols have been nice.
Cage there for Ethan to play inside too.
Even the one they lost on Lotus was nice.
Now for a little bit of contact.
Just the fact that
and they know exactly where
EG had so many people for the swing off their reaction.
There should be no chances, really. Setting out a lot of that util. Victor takes the contact. Would have been plenty of players ready to swing.
They're 4-1 at the moment.
So once more, NRG pistol round going to be gained for them. They have been pretty steadily consistent with getting these opening pistol rounds. This is just ludicrous.
Hey, he tracked him well though.
I'm not
he tracked him really well.
Familiar with what EG did last time they played on Sunset with the pistol, but that looks like a hard ante on the pistol to me.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people. I mean, they literally had no one watching Market.
When you've got a trip and a cage set up like that, and 4 players stacked on A, that looks like a hard read against what EG
I agree, because it was just like the knife confirms that they're not going there.
Gets the NRG defense started off on a good footing.
They're doing the thing where everyone buys, but it is defense, so it makes more sense.
Footsteps in the world. NRG know that they've taken up B control. Not much they can do about it, though.
Yeah, that's a unusual smoke being thrown there as well. As the NRG players go back to try to make sure that nobody's got that lurk play deep through mid. I feel like the NRG defenses have just been really solid.
That's the attack that always lets them down.
On Ascent where I thought it was a little passive.
Nade sails past Apoff, but he won't be surviving for much longer. You're right. The defensive setups of NRG generally very well thought out. For EG here, getting that plan down. Need more past that though. Most plant's not going to be good enough. Pushing through the smoke and past it. A little bit of util to set it up. The classics do a bit of work
damage.
Here. Full line even. Delaying the push out through Market. Surely it should be easy pickings.
Dude, it's not bad.
Derek. Have to stand against it.
It's an armory bay.
From that range?
Yeah, okay.
Good work from Demon One. Coming back to the rest of his team so that they can
an extra death there would have been
a couple of players facing into Derek, not allowing himself to be isolated.
Right, they keep the 3 main guns into it though.
Some good weaponry heading into the bonus here for NRG. Do they have another idea of what they want to do with their setups? We've seen a setup where Demon One on his own is holding towards B, but they fake like there's more players there with the 0 point. And then we've seen Ethan and Victor playing the weaker side of the map together on B. Now Demon One picks up market control. And this does look like EG are going to put heavy emphasis towards A at the start, and that is a little weak right now. There aren't those trips to play off. No KO to combo the util with.
They knife over towards.
Gonna be quick now.
This is interesting. I wonder if this like has a similar landing time to this one. Feels like it. You don't really know where it comes from each time.
Avda's in a bit of a tricky spot here with the nades. Just holding on to the TP just in case. How does that get value? Crashy falls to it.
That's over the top. I mean, that just puts a lot of pressure on the player.
Was it spam damage and just a little bit of a
I think he got
follow-up
stuck.
with the grenade?
I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but I think he got stuck in the corner.
We'll find out, I'm sure, in the replay. Just losing track of things onto the high ground angle, dropping down, shot fired. Possibly hearing his rotations marked. Great time to take some risks and matters into his own hands. Sets up the one way.
Yeah, he's going to do a lot on site here. The one way allows his teammates to come help him though. And they don't have to worry about short, and they have a pretty good crossfire because of it.
A bonus round conversion here would be electric.
This one crumbled fast for EG, yeah.
They had such a great opportunity in this round.
Marv was an absolute god, man. It's a 3v5. Marv goes aggro, gets the kill, smokes this off, goes back a site. They hear him go back a site, so they tunnel vision on him a little bit. Because the smoke's here and it's a one-way, no one's going to swing it, so the other two take a chance and just draw the people's sides, so they're going in for him.
Magnetic to the head, but again, it's Marv to deal with, it's Ethan to deal with. Running away, right out of there.
Shout out to Marv too, man. That was big round.
As you said, Josh, I mean, it's a heartbreak for EG.
Yeah, because I think they played the macro really well. I think the most standard thing you can do with EG's comp is to go and take elbow control at the start of the round and then cut noise and bait out info peaks. They're in a 5v3 here. And yeah, Crashy's just getting caught by the nade. Oh, 4v3, apologies. But the fact that they couldn't stop Marv from just walking in A-Link and destroying them. Derek's literally holding that angle, waiting for the info clear. And can't get the punish.
Yeah, force him down to an eco. We've got one stinger and we are one.
Not the beginning that they would have wanted.
No. When you can't get a round on the board either, you don't really get
the next big buy round as well. NRG can have such an advantage.
Could even be open to him.
It's good information to then allow EG to go for the pop, but
I mean the util. They both the back.
Sheriffs.
Yeah. Just with these guns, Victor. Little peek there, slightly open to it. Mosh pit,
oh my God.
Down at the feet. Superman lucky to be alive. He was blinded up, unaware of how close he was to certain death. Nature. Sticking now with a plan. Now a showstopper really to see if they can get this one going. Okay. Out of the sky. Ult's not going to be doing too much here, but what can you do, Nature, in this spot? Not much.
The ult investment is very heavy just in general from NRG, but that's going to be a team decision, I think, to invest the ult. The double blast pipe there causes Demon 1 to get stuck in the animation and get punished, but listen, they got the round sealed up at the end of the day, and that's what NRG were looking for. You can see that EG's attack side is trying to be very reactive. They're looking, when Apoth gets punished in mid, they realize that's 2-3 players there, we can hit the site. But they need to find those opportunities, really, when there's rifles online. And be still very decisive. Well, that's a great shot, though.
I mean, yeah, the shot is ridiculous. Okay, the good news there for EG is they got that ult out of them, really. Second buy run for them.
Few away now.
Taking, I mean, it's one away from a breach ult. That's the main thing here. Dude, it feels like
easiest access.
I don't know.
But this time setting up for a bit of a
the no gecko comps on this.
I think things
does look hard to play. That's lovely.
Just a bit too obvious when the boombot gets broken there.
Hard stick there from the ult to just try and reinforce that B side, expecting to be way faster from it. Flash is excellent.
Yeah, and that flash is excellent as well.
Mid-control market is there.
Oh, this was a nice round from EG.
Team 1 and Crashies would have to go massive to stand a chance. They have mid-control. Apoth slipping around out of their sight lines here, weaving in and out.
Not even a little bit of damage. I mean, that's a solid reply, and we've got to look over towards here, and we're going to have 5 ults if Derek gets 1 orb. So they're in a really good spot after that one. Yeah, this was nice. Boombot. Yeah, Boombot gets broken. It's like, well, the only time someone's going to shoot that is if someone's at the back, otherwise it's just not worth.
Onto Ethan, Victor.
Unless you like conditioning.
And an ulting Marv. Now there are enormous ults for EG to work with over towards this A site.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if NRG want to go super aggro over towards A to try and get this KO ult, because the KO ult takes out a few of these. Holy!
Can't do it to him like this.
That was so sick.
Still gonna be alive and kicking out towards the elbow.
It's so fun to watch.
Potential for him to be cleared up. Neural theft. They're gonna see this one as a heavy over rotation. And Superman does have his ult for a pivot. In case he spots it. We'd love to see him execute onto this one here, but they're not calling for a pause into the round.
Whoa.
Demise! Rolling Thunder. It has to tear through it, but it leaves it to Crashy in that 1v2 lit up. And a neural theft, double phase, and not able to do it.
Oh, that got a little bit close. 5-5. Dude, who hit this shot on? Is it Marv again?
There were chances for NRG to turn that one, but EG had the advantage right from the beginning with Jorg outplaying Demon 1. I don't really know what NRG was set up for at the start there.
It was the long-range flash of Ethan.
NRG, they were at the beginning here. They just set up for the normal flash. They set up for the heretics, right? The flash over, satchel close. They satchel close instead of the neon going close.
The protocol that works against a fast A push, and then after about 5 seconds, when you know there's not that fast A, then you can start to do.
I agree with what he's saying though. It's like if you're playing against a Raze, your knife is like the most important thing, like a Raze ult. So I think basically they focus too heavy on the idea of getting the orb over towards A with the flash instead of maybe just having the knife out to cancel the Raze ult. Pretty bold from EG to call the fast A when they have the knife.
B main control cannot be denied here for EG, and that's putting the squeeze on
fast,
these B anchors.
Fast eco.
Good work from Evil Geniuses, getting into position, building up that economy, and now 3 rounds in a row. 1 for their side, but they've expended all of those big ults. Apoth is going tiles pretty much
almost every round, right?
Definitely something that NRG can try to work through. You know, if they realize that a sight hit is coming through on A or B,
these 3 rounds have been so clean in terms of the amount of people survive. That's actually sick, by the way. The insta satchel of the top with the stun as well. Especially when they, dude, when people have this is like a cool punish for the camera, right? Is that why they're swinging out? Because they're breaking the camera and then they try to break the camera a couple of rounds in a row, so they have a punish for it. And normally the normal punish is like a stun into a double satchel. The insta satchel up to here to land is pretty sick as well. It's better if anything. You're not committed.
NRG have tried tucking Ethan behind the box. They've tried Demon 1 taking that early line. They could try doing some kind of flash re-clear play.
Yeah, look at them.
That's even before the fault line hits. Jorg is not really
it's just because they're just breaking the camera.
Has
really sick. Now you can just freely camera this, to be honest, and they're going to be scared of it.
And Jorg chooses the high ground instead.
I think that doing the stun is good though, even though you peek before the stun, like they're still trying to run out of there, so you get them when they're inaccurate as well. Because honestly, their pre-aim will probably be where you land, so it feels a little risky.
No one else fading to black, so we're seeing it. No command. The Thrash still available for them. Might be able to squeak together some weaponry for Marv to work with.
Missing util on this? Are they good?
The showstopper just ripped it A at the very beginning of the round. It's a play where you get like cam contact. If there is somebody A, then you send Paranoia and you ult on top of them. It's a very simple attack side plan. But this time, he doesn't have the ult online at the beginning of the round. So they're going to have to work for an ult orb. The thing is though, that one on B just looks free.
It is free at this point.
NRG cannot come up with a game plan to try to stop EG from taking that B main control. So that means you have to fight for different areas of the map. And I think that's one of the big things that the Breach Fade comp does super well, is that it's really obvious which side of the map the attackers are fighting for, but it's very tough to stop them taking that control. NRG's gone. We've seen other teams play it for immaculate retakes. And instead, you know, dominating market or going for reclears in mid, something like that.
Raze gameplay, yeah.
Correct times to go for those reclears
great.
when you have the double flashes.
He's had a good series.
It's a really powerful comp.
Yeah, I think NRG could try to hold more passively and just... They've already conditioned EG to throw out a lot of utility at the beginning of the round, even though EG are winning. So you could try to hold back a little bit and just play for retake, knowing
there's an ult diff here anyway, so
plenty of ways for NRG to play.
This against this just isn't really going to happen. What the EG? I mean, this would be a good chance for EG to take like a little bit of a risk.
Passive hold here for NRG.
They wanted to
line up
this time.
The knife.
And now we're knifing over towards here.
Yeah,
to make Ethan feel like he's actually over towards the.
Does this guy feel confident to swing? Yeah, they still swing. Okay, they jump spot to see if the camera's there.
Instead, only the one connection. Mid control is the name of the game now for EG. Demon 1 and Marv.
Early camera contact as well. And yeah, EG, are we just going to walk through?
Indeed, look at this. Fast through.
His contact.
Right past the rifles. Nade. Flying forwards, locks off that one shot, but they've already taken top.
I love this call from them, man. This call is so good. It's
Victor
so
left
good.
looking at the fallen pieces, wondering how it went so badly for NRG.
I mean, even I was caught unaware by the fact that, I mean, they were fighting over Boba, like, what was that, in 5 seconds flat?
Yeah, this
Yeah,
play came
all the
through
kills
so
came in.
quickly.
The util dump
Crashes
here was
ripped his
nice.
ultimate,
It looks so
thinking he
good
had
that no one
time to
can
be able
duel
to
here.
play that
I would
one
have to
and
watch
catch
it
the
again. There
EG
was a lot of
players.
nice util over towards the top.
And they were so much slower than that electric pace that EG pulled out.
What a mix-up.
Yeah, we haven't seen EG really take mid control like that and path through top mid. It's only been Apoth hanging out in those kind of areas. It looked like there was potential for a coordinated squeeze in
You
mid,
would
but NRG
think
didn't
as
have the
well,
initiative.
with the strat that they did,
That's
the
wild.
4 people here would probably be pretty good
Great
against
round
it.
for EG to pick up because that also
But I
gets
think the
them
KO
that
got
showstopper
caught out
online. They can run
ulting.
an early round play off the back of that.
And I'm not sure about the other guy.
No,
Lucid 32,
just
thank you
kinda
so much,
wants
man.
to keep the
Appreciate
gun
the 4
online.
months.
Demon 1 and Mobs
Thanks for the
credits
next
are
words as well,
so
man.
weak.
Thank you.
Keep it easy.
Not
Come on, man.
into the next. That's a
2
flawless round by
HP.
EG, everybody intact. The important points to know, which you've already pointed out, Josh, you know, the ults are built on that. Get the snowball potential, at least for the showstopper. And that's
Oh
quite a
my
what I
god,
was
it's
expecting
even
out
better
here.
than I
Instead of
thought,
a
bro.
paranoia.
Yeah, the paranoia and the TP up top. That is
Omen,
immaculate from
the
Superman.
Omen flash with
That's
TP.
so well coordinated.
Yeah.
What a lovely play from EG. 5 rounds in a row, knocking the NRG economy once again. I don't think you need to do a fast play
What
off the
util
rip
did they
with the
use here to
showstopper
be
for this
so
round.
confident that no one's gonna be in this box?
Jump spot from the
I
box.
saw a tether here. What else
Might
was
catch ahead
here
of a
to
player
make them
who
so
was playing
confident?
Top mid, just before the smoke blooms and
One of those rounds I have to
blossoms.
watch back
This is
still,
the
even
ring
after the
flash.
replay.
Potential mid-crunch here from NRG, yeah.
They want to try and fight this one, surely, with the flashes. They need to pick and choose the right timing for it. The paranoia flying away.
But they backed off. The
They have
players,
backed off.
Ethan and Crashies, who were top mid, was set up to go for that double flash combo and just didn't commit.
Almost got the right moves. Get himself out of there, at least with the satchel plays and movement.
All of this pressure towards market and mid might well drive Nature into calling his team to hit A. And NRG are already predicting that. There are
Cameron's
2
gonna spawn,
trips
give
here
Valley
to
info
work
here.
off. This could get
1,
very
2,
dangerous.
Get very
Only
dangerous. I
2.
think NRG are going to be fast on this one, just going to be following.
50 seconds still.
cues.
Knife goes in,
Won't
hits
delay
2.
long enough, as long as Victor stays alive. He's got a trip still up. There's 1 kill trip in order.
Yeah, and the
locked into the
cancel
corner of the
goes
site,
in, and
peeking off
Apoth has to get this kill on Marv, and you would imagine.
Artillery. This time, Apoth seeing if he can make his mark in through market. Cam not spotting anything, being pressured all the way from behind, but still wins
I
the
didn't
fight
finish that
out.
sentence.
And Derek just takes away 2 of them. Spike though. It's out into the open. TP backs away, and Crashies to make the play. Here's the footsteps, here's the reloads. Neural theft.
It's
putting them
so
all out.
fast.
Only
Apoth.
go for the early peek.
Whoa.
Bait and switch. 1v1 now. Superman sticking the plant. Not feeling
TP.
deterred, doesn't know where to
One
last
smoke.
live. Here's Victor. Many ways to play this one. Unknown creeping in
Yeah, the smoke's great.
the back of the players' heads. They just don't know where they could be. But he's snuffed it out.
Big
and snuffed it
round.
out.
Big round. Shout out to Derek again here. I mean, Derek's
Definite
kill
danger in
is
that round, even though he's a
huge.
thrifty from
Honestly,
NRG.
who killed
Fairly went up, well
Marv
handled
as
from
well?
Evil
Was this
Geniuses.
Apoth? That was
They
huge
called
as
the
well.
cancel on the A hit.
Yeah.
They utilised
This
the
and
lurker.
this.
Again, Apoth giving them
The fact he got a
options
second
in the
there.
round. It's so important that your Cypher player on attack gives you that info, that spot on the map where you know that it's safe. And especially when Apoth wins the duel against Marv. It makes the round winnable and danger
Okay,
avoided.
let's see if
See, this is
we
the
let's
round where
heavier
you can
focus
really
on the
flex
knife against the
showstopper
Razor.
now. But they're not going to go for that same A hit. You see the NRG respecting it. A more passive hold over towards A, despite the fact 3 players are over there.
Gotta keep this in the whole time.
And Ethan holding the knife.
That's their idea of the counterplay, just in case the showstopper is sent. They've been getting squeezed in these mid crunches out through B main as well, and they have lost at least sight and direction of where this could be possibly
Damn,
landing. Kill trip.
It's one of the
Damned,
first
I mean, Superman's
games
the one who's just taking
I've seen
names
where
off the server, cross them off the
market looks like a nightmare to play because
What
the
a
util
crunch
dump
there
is
into
just
market.
so strong.
And all the utility
Yeah.
was excellent. The fault line even coming through from Nature.
I'm seeing multiple,
Through
like
from B
2
main.
people here are just getting annihilated in
That
market
area of the
every
map
time.
just allowing
Even with
his
the
breach to have so much
4-person crunch they
impact on
did
the
earlier in
split.
terms of 2
And
mid or
Apoth
2 here.
also collected the kill on
Maybe-
Ethan at top mid.
Like they can't even
Because
play
this was an
market.
eco swing round for NRG. I mean, they're just forced to save these rifles.
Yeah, I think EG are calling a fantastic attack side here.
This is an EG that's just been evolving steadily. I mean, they had some cool ideas, don't get me wrong, when they played Sunset. I think back to the kickoff.
Yeah.
They're opening weeks, and they were throwing in some very interesting looks on their defensive side. They started slow on that map, but, you could see at least the bare bones making of something that was fleshed out.
Every round is market, yeah.
Kills from Defiant here.
Really
they spotted
is.
out the 2 players with the rifles. If they take them away, it's the danger zone for NRG, and they will not keep any of them intact.
Oh,
That is brutal for the economy heading into our final
well,
round.
everyone sits around
NRG's
3K.
defense, they've been trying to fight EG
These
for
fast
areas of
rounds
the
are like
map,
fast bursts that
and
EG
yet
have are really
their
sick.
composition doesn't really excel in that situation. They can't really hold on against all of the overwhelming utility that's being thrown at them. A C is onto Victor, the stun as well.
Yeah, the
Despite the fact
util
that
dumps here is
Superman gets caught in a
really
trip,
good.
It's just too much.
The
for
breach
NRG to
util's
hold
got
on. This
nice
is
timing as well, to
7
be fair.
rounds in a row that EG have picked up.
Yeah, ever since the first 4 that NRG could get. Dizzy, broken, denied, paranoia, fast play, but there's really no follow-up off the back of that. Can't really gain the ground fast enough. Trip, acknowledged and broken now, at least with the help of Prowler. It's the final round of the first half.
Bro, I've never seen a team
They haven't broken the trip at top mid,
not
so
play
Ethan
as
can
much
keep
in this
watching Market
square.
from Boba. And it's been a little rare that we've seen Marv actually get
And maybe
posted
that's
on
what
this
they
with his
spotted. Maybe
one-way.
they literally never play anyone
got
over
back up in
towards
the
here,
forward
so that's why
crashes.
they didn't have to use util on that
Demon
other
One
round.
Showstopper is miles away from this,
This is
and
mad.
we've seen NRG fight for control instead of playing the retake. They spot Marved.
Ulting off Superman's contact.
Into,
I mean, what's the call here?
It looked like they were going to go for that.
Yeah, Flash and a Horn instead, just using the util that's available at their fingertips.
All right, so Marv's trying to pull utility out of them so that they can play retake here, surely.
And now they're rolling thunder. It's the knife that forces it out early. Marv wasn't caught by it. Not catched by the stun.
Yeah.
This man could make all the difference. Rooted into position. He's got to try and defend his sight away from them.
What a weird
Position
round.
again
But
with
keep
the
an eye on
stun in
Apoff
his
here as
face.
well. He
Adjustment
should
barely
get the
there by
rotate.
Superman. Doubled up though into the back of the side, and
Oh,
NRG
he's
is gonna
speeding
do
up,
work
bro.
now.
Apoph's
Put it
in
into
spawn.
business. And winning this out into the neutral.
Oh my
Team
God.
doesn't get anything. Crashes. Still alive here, but Apoff.
Spam,
brought
spam, spam.
down.
HP.
Spam, but
Ah, the
Angel
HP comes.
wins it.
And they're going to go for a brutal
1
finish.
HP, man. I thought the HP comms were
But
going
that
to
was
come
the
in fast here.
only round that NRG were able to pick up after the first 4 in a row. It's a knife to close out the half, but EG made them work for every inch of that. And
Yeah,
it's
he went
EG
for
who
a
lead
night. I liked his
in our
I
third
like that he
map,
sped up on this though.
7-5. A
He
slim
killed the
advantage,
Razor and then he
but in
nearly,
terms
I
of
mean,
the rifle
honestly,
rounds, again,
I'm
like
pretty
map
sure
one,
he would spam
dominated.
that if the comms came in.
It's closer than it really is, I suppose, just because of the nature of them winning that pistol round. And yeah, I mean, they're going to be laughing at the end of this one, the disrespect of the knife play, but they're still going to be down 2 rounds as we're heading into the next half.
He wasn't tucked in all the way though.
NRG, EG, this has been just amazing to see these two teams.
I think he
go
would have gone
against each
for
other.
it.
Like EG, they're kind of dominating, is what I would say. Or is it too early to call this during the halftime?
I mean, what, we ended up 7-5? Like,
Yeah.
the score doesn't show it, but I think you're right. I think that 7-round streak is definitely indicative of them feeling it. They definitely had a lot of things working very well for them.
It feels like every time we get a half, you're kind of thinking, damn,
at the end of the day, they got a pistol round.
NRG won the pistol again. Yeah, it feels a bit like a center. It's like, well, they won the pistol
It's the
here.
gun rounds that they were winning. And one of the things they were doing
They
so
lost
well
this
here
many.
was fighting for B main, taking control, and then able to split off of that. And after, I think it wasn't 2 rounds back to back, but they were spaced out where they just dominated B main.
Yeah.
After that, NRG just gave it up.
Yeah.
They stopped trying to contest B main entirely.
Yeah,
I mean, this was a crazy play from
Dude, I
Dog.
can't
He was going
believe,
nuts.
I can't believe
I think they
that. The
dominated
second
map
kill on
control
that
game
is
and it
just
had
so
NRG on the
insane.
back
I
foot.
think that specific battle, Demon 1 versus Giacomo and B main, was the keynote of the beginning of that half, right? Where that streak started in the first place.
Then
was
after
them
this, they
targeting
just
down
won
a
every
potential
duel
weakness
in
for
market.
NRG. And like you said, they gave it up. But even then, I think NRG or EG started really, I don't know, pushing the advantage that they have by then utilizing other places on the map. So it was a very well thought out half from them.
Yeah, and again, we have this head-to-head here, and it says versus, but they're on the same team.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Both of them are popping off. Superman, that one clutch in the 1v1 against Victor was massive. Obviously, Giacomo, he's carried the momentum in to this game, and he's still
He's
going
playing like a
off.
star player.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He's playing like the star player that he should have
A
been.
little at the end of Lotus.
Absolutely.
And he's right back at it. I was nervous that maybe they'd be fatigued, but no, they're going crazy. They look really good right now, EG.
Yeah, well, we're going to send things back
Give
to
you
Brandon
another
Sideshow
pistol?
to bring us home on the second half.
Yeah, good hope so. Can't have a 5-1 in a best of
It's been
3.
the focus of much critique, and it's Demon One that I look to. He's 5-10 right now, but he's on the attack
4-1 in
side,
terms of the
playing against his
pistols.
former team, one that he helped win a trophy last year, the trophy, champions. And we talked up how good Victor was in terms of making all of that space on Raze. This is now Demon One's job.
NRG
Well,
have
they at
been
least had this.
really finding their foothold in a lot of these maps just on the basis of them getting these pistol rounds. Pretty consistent in terms of how well they've been able to grab them. A lot of util's going to be used here to just push them back, but it does not catch Jorgamo. He sits nice and pretty onto the high ground angle, even with that nade
Just that.
rebounding. Don't know if
All
we're
in
dead yet.
time.
Doesn't stop the plan from going down.
Victor's in a lurk position, and Nature looks like he might get caught here.
Whoa.
Nature is so unaware that he's just really being pushed and assailed on his position. NRG, it all works into
And
the
they're
favor
pistol
of them.
gods.
Superman turns into a 1v3. But look at the hurdles to
Whoa.
overcome. Hello, isolating
That's
fight.
unlucky.
Found TP
Wait. into
the smoke. Slight direction, misdirection, crashes. He just holds it down and bides his time, knowing the right time to strike is there.
I thought he's inside the smoke for this one. 5-1 in pistols. How is this even a close game?
Won this series. And considering how close it is,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I think that highlights issues elsewhere. But when it comes to the start of these halves, they've had good ideas. I like the way that Demon One and Marv hold hands to clear out over there. Getting that timing onto Nature, disrupting the retake from coming through. A good game plan. The follow-through has been consistent so far in this match as well. It's the rifle rounds that have been killing them.
Right, they're allowed to
EG
def on
aren't
it.
quite there yet, of course. Gonna be knocked down to that eco round. It's up to NRG to really take this, early beginning, the momentum in the second half now and just run away with it. That's if you're looking and following the trends of just, how poor some of the attack sides have been looking from NRG.
They push both of the sides and they don't see anyone.
But this is good.
Must just be like, what the?
Clear late of B main.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things, I highlighted it earlier on, and I'm going to be keeping an eye on it. I feel like Ethan's calling is generally to go away from where the defense is fighting and try to find the weak area instead of contesting that space. So that's what I've got my eye on. This time, EG pushed up 2 players into B main and they re-cleared that spot. I'm not sure whether they knew those 2 players were that deep until Victor died. But that's the kind of round that I'm looking for. You can't always react. Sometimes you got to brawl.
Crashies kind of wants an extra kill.
Just take the fight to them. I mean, NRG should have the confidence to do that. It feels like that's almost just their motto when it comes to us as a team. So expecting that they'd win a lot of these outcomes.
Here we go. Might get one. I mean,
his way to that ultimate now.
that's not the kill, but that is the ult.
Can
he get the ace?
Maybe even trying to give it to him. Yeah, Ethan swinging wide. There it is.
Yes.
Five
And
power ace.
they're close to this ult on top of it with the ace.
But you get close to a big ultimate. There are a bunch of ults on NRG's side that you
They're
can
in a
really
very
work game
nice
plan
spawns.
around. Of course, as Doug was mentioning earlier, you can follow iBuyPower on socials. They'll be giving away a PC with all of these aces. So nice that NRG gave that one to Ethan.
Exactly.
You can use the hashtag #UnlockYourAce. All right, so let's focus then in on this bonus round from NRG. They have an ult to play around in terms of the Thrash. They might even be able to get up the null command. And here's that player inserted into B main.
Superman was considering at least playing that one, and then he can't quite break the knife here. So we've been getting tagged. Walks his way out of dodge. Thrash though might be getting that connection. No. To avoid his
Insta
dodge,
goes
that
back.
shoot. In fact, Superman is really getting aggressive
Yeah,
into
he
it.
insta goes
In and out
back.
of
The
the smoke,
flash,
trying to
he
dodge
does
all the
not expect that many
available
people there.
flashes, and
Did they
NRG
could have
this
timed this a little bit better.
Stun
A
though, still
great
can't quite claim
stun
it.
though.
Ethan follows through. Finally there.
Shout out to Derek.
EG
Yeah,
have
really
that
could have
player
comboed the
advantage.
camera info.
Finding Victor
Like he
into
checked his
mid, and now
camera
it does
and
put the
then
onus
he
onto a player like
he
Ethan
omen flashed and then they
more.
checked the camera. He
Spotted.
waited just like
Jump spot and
half a
flash as well.
second.
Ethan dodging and
Cam
ducking
omen
away,
flash and
crashes.
that
Picks up the
probably
upgrade.
would have been
He's
a
getting
shut
move on
down.
here. EG are not necessarily fast onto their approach either. There's definitely going to be some time being
He's got a
involved
molly
for
for this. Time's kind of
the
low.
mosh pit. Can definitely see the delay. It's spotted. Sees the shoulder. Kills. Found on the side of EG.
Yeah,
though.
and the reason that he doesn't
Spraying
molly
through
is
the
because he
wall.
wants to get a
Crashies just
kill
couldn't
fast
withstand
before
it.
he mollies.
I like the idea there from Crashies. He was stuck in B main with only a
Yes,
pistol.
he wants
And
him
they
to
made
not
the
know
best
where
use
he
of
is
that.
fast
It's a
because he has
damaging
element of
bonus
surprise,
round.
so it should be free kill
gonna
into
hurt
molly
the
into
EG economy.
one round.
Ethan didn't commit that ultimate. What a fault line, though, to follow up and get those kills onto Marv and Demon 1. That's really what allows EG the round.
Yeah, calling to recall and refighting for that backside.
Perhaps Crashies could have turned the tide with a Mosh. But that was not to be.
Yeah, I mean, he probably does win it with the molly early. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just trying to tell you his full process.
Round where NRG have got to root out these players with
yeah, I agree.
I mean, Superman's just
molly there probably wins it insta.
These kind of things can really catch you.
Maybe just gone for a bit of a bait and switch. Can't break the knife in time. Attacks onto the two players. NRG's game plan so far has just been avoiding anywhere where they see that aggression.
And again, that's what they do. And I worry because it just gives the defense so much info. As soon as those B-main players don't get cleared,
they do end up taking mid-control. Now with the no command, it's ripping.
Got a good crossfire here, though.
Apoc being caught here as well, so we run up that util to try and stop them in their tracks. Jomo going wandering into mid.
And he goes
supposed
back.
to be a fake.
Traded, and yeah, the fake.
Wait. Yeah, I was gonna say he's gonna kill both. Yeah. And then they're gonna send it over towards site.
Force out of position there, just from the wingman, and they're gonna be calling for the rotation back over towards B. He's realized that he's got the site for his team nature. Openings and chances, but denied.
And this is one of those rounds where the mid-rounding from NRG looks sublime. If they can get more rounds like this on their
even
attack
just did
side,
incredible.
they're such a dangerous team. I love what they went for here. Yes, they navigate away from that danger in B main and give up that space, but they turn it into a fake, and Derek's left in a 1v4, which he shouldn't be able to do anything with, despite the kill onto Marv. Doesn't have any info about the rest of the players, and he's just trying to keep hold of his gun.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fact that Ethan goes for a fake, he kills the two players anyway. They go towards A and commit to the fake, but as soon as Wingman detects somebody in elbow, Crashies knows it's not worth the risk trying to cross there and take the fight into Derek, and instead they just go back to B. And these are really good on-the-fly calls based on the information that they have available to them.
Just tightening up the mistakes from Ascent. Well, as I say that...
Hey.
Okay.
Not bad at all in terms of the money, right? Look over here, money's low. It actually really is huge. They get that all online as well.
Looking nice and disciplined.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the economy here of Crashies, and I think it was Victor too, who'd bought fully down there.
One enemy remaining.
There's going to be a bit of a squeeze on their economy.
One enemy remaining.
But taking a look at the practical impact, we've got a Guardian, and that's pretty much it. I think Victor's come into the round with
he forced into this.
But I mean, the economy is still getting squeezed on EG's
side. Yeah, EG forced into this with the save gun. Not great.
Might be looking to put themselves in a position.
They have a massive ult advantage.
A good one to get around onto the board. Especially when it's a full investment on both sides.
Absolutely.
So, retake setup, fight over towards B. Got early info towards B. And this is good, right? When most people are playing the double... You've seen this on most teams, right? When most people are playing like double initiator, the comp's really good at bursting. So making sure you either take map control or hold on to map control is great. You do a smoke like this, it means that they either have to knife or they have to flash through. And they have like one less flash going on. Like later into the round. It's all about bursting, so you don't want to let them get to this point where they can burst, basically, or at least over towards B, like this close. So how EG are playing it is pretty good with the smoke over towards B main. I feel like they can just continuously do this. Yeah, we have some people here to try and get some kills. Breach damage to kill this as well. Chill out, bro. Chill out, bro. Great camera. So good. Yeah, and they realized just how big this round is. And they played this great, man. The breach aftershock with the plant. Double kill trip camera.
Dropped out into the open, only 15 seconds to do it. Again, you'd have to be the miracle maker.
Yeah, and the fatal over towards mid stopped them from going mid, and then they just insta group up. They have full B main control. They haven't pushed B, so when they're grouping up, you know where they're going to be going, over towards A. So we just have so many people here. They're just so ready. Yeah, good numbers. Yeah. Like, EG were ahead here. Like, EG pretty much forced them into the trap.
run through. They still have to be diligent clearing their corners.
That's the trouble.
And by the time they get there, EG are already in position to go for the flood.
There is so much space to take on A if you're going to try and hard pivot like that. If you don't have somebody already in a forward position, lurking.
Yeah. And that's why I think NRG need to add more of these.
And this time they do the same smoke, but
players.
Oh.
What's a shot from Marv to make this one?
Yeah,
winnable
wait, this
for
actually
Shadows?
opens up the B site heavy. Apoth needs to try and kill them as they get the gun.
As well. That's what he was hoping for.
My eyes are down.
Still out into the open. Apoth wants to try and defend this. Nade rebounds.
They know.
Here with the door opening wide. It's EG.
Yeah, they did great to make sure they couldn't get this. Demon has his ult, Crashies has his ult. Are they going to use it into the eco? That's the real question. And the Rolling Thunder is going to push them all to the right, so it's a solid ult. Juggernaut did incredible to get that. They should think they're on the right. They use so many ults into this. Derek's the only person right now.
Eyes on Derek. Holding the position on the ground once more. Again, you can see and hear that spike is ticking away. But the option's just running out, running short and shy of the mark. Derek can't get the kill. Weaving backwards and forwards. Final moments will do it.
Nice, he's down from Crashies. I mean, they used all the ults. It was the straight all in on this.
It took a lot. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, it took everything. That first kill just snowballed into everything.
There was half already on the defuse. That could have still been possible. Great shot to open things up from Marv there. And they weren't able to follow up on the Rolling Thunder because
That might be the big round where they watch back.
Very heads-up play. Great result there from Demon One to control that space. And even though Jorg gets two, the Thrash follow-up from Crashies closes things. He's so good in those clutch spots.
He has to do that.
The relief on the faces of the
Yeah,
players.
he has to wreck them with a classic. It's
5
nuts.
seconds off the mark. NRG though.
Force them down to eco as well. I mean, what a round to do it at 9-9. Money's so low for everyone.
It's been such a back and forth game.
I feel like every time NRG like early take B main though, like deep B main, it looks good. Every time they don't take deep B main, it just looks like a rough round. This one they take B main again now. And this time they're saving the knife for this smoke, and that is what they have to do. Great shot, that will trade them.
Will be traded by Marv.
It's not too dangerous, but it does make it slightly more difficult for NRG to get the spike down now without Crashies alive and Wingman available. So maybe if EG get the read, they can set up for some kind of flood defense that would still work. I think if you're looking for a star player to turn up again for EG and make this one a thrifty, in return it's on Jorg. But this is a lovely ult from Marv, clearing out the back of the site and allowing the rest of his team to come in through the front.
Victor might be able to catch this timing. Spotting it. Yeah, with the shots at least. Was that good adjustment from Jorgamo? Running down the position. Victor is going to be this nuisance now that they have to clear out.
Yeah, and they're like, damn, kind of want a gun.
Look at this guy.
The easier it becomes.
It's so annoying.
EG doing a good job here though of pushing him back and committing forwards.
Yeah, they have double cage.
Timing before Victor can be useful.
They might be playing this with enough pace. You're right. First wave of util though, sent flying.
Okay, there goes the cage.
And they didn't do it. The guns definitely would. Spamming all those angles.
Yeah.
It's appropriate. NRG know exactly how they're going to be winning it.
Do you want a timeout or are they good? I just think they need to hold this, which means that they kind of need to have 2 people on B main because they're getting through the smoke by knifing, so they need to break the knife.
Even rifles on both sides.
And then they could just have trips over towards maybe one trip market would help them a lot.
Marv was there to clean things up. You know, Marv and Victor, they were
Yeah,
getting
this B-side
abused a
stuff,
little bit
yeah,
on
it's
Ascent.
crap.
They were finding it difficult to just post up in B main, A main, and control space around the map. Here on Sunset, I think they're doing a much better job at that.
Yeah, let's see if it's true.
Smokes drop down.
Let's see if it's true. So
Control forward falls,
not
an
deep
aggressive
control
play
of B.
potentially by EG, but it
Do
seems
they
to
now
Yeah, again,
ZG now
look,
win
Victor is
this?
playing this situation so passively, giving good info.
I mean, when they don't take deep B control, they just look lost.
Past the trip.
Yeah, and look, NRG again trying to find the weak spots. They know that 3 players are fighting A, so they're trying to find the gaps. But the gaps aren't really there.
The flash not dodged. Demon One though does have the satchel to just get the hell out of there. Nade pushing them back and away. Still plenty of time left into the round for NRG to work with.
This is funny
Tried to get a
because
reaction going here and tried to get reaction going up.
yeah,
this way
because
as
they
well. Got
left
countered by
market.
Paranoia.
They left
And then Marv
market.
got caught in top mid.
Deal with middle, which
one
meant that
dribbling this
market's
corner
then
onto this
open,
angle.
which means that this smoke can't be here anymore.
Trying to spot it out. So he knows that
Actually, he
NRG
does this
crossed.
smoke over towards here, which
One
kind of
threshold
gives them a
over
lot of
towards market.
space.
Superman does
Not
not
that
have
they
his
know
flash.
about
He's
it,
in a
but
much more vulnerable spot.
No cages as well to just try and help supplement it.
yeah, but
Superman.
they don't have anyone B main, and he's gonna hit dumping util on B main and be like, oh my god, they think we're B main.
A turnaround distraction plays. Abound.
Yeah, I think it's literally on that. If EG don't have B main control, it's done.
It's a spammable angle and position, but he needs to get lucky with a few more shots than that. Jogamo chasing him down, running him
I'm
down.
sorry, if NRG don't have B main control, it's in
still,
deep B
the
main
back and
control, it feels
forth,
done.
Tenuous fashion this entire last two maps have ended in. I mean, it continues, Josh.
But again, these gaps don't exist. It feels like NRG are making plays that would destroy lower level teams. Because when lower level teams fight 3 players A main, they don't have a way of filling the gaps on the rest of the map. But EG
Yeah, I think
do.
the NRG still have a
EG
timeout.
got
They really
utility
need a
that
timeout.
holds back those reactions elsewhere.
Looks like they go in here, and
They're
maybe
still
we have the
watching
2
mid.
people
They're still
go in B
stopping you
main.
from taking market control. And so NRG's IGLing to go in other directions doesn't find those opportunities.
Let's see, because Ethan's just gonna
Still
knife
trying
this
to
again.
dominate B main with that.
Knife doesn't get
Knife
shots, now
continues
they...
to tag. That's
This is
gonna
interesting though,
force
because it
more
hit
intel out
one.
of NRG if
So
they
like,
want
do
to
they
get
then
positions in
util
B
dump this, or...
The series overall, I mean, really heating up.
Yeah, and because Ethan has this ult online, you see the Cypher way back. Just allowing this trip to stay up if it is a B hit with the KO ult.
Not just that, I mean, EG also just holding util, ready for any play in for the top section of mid. Jogamo, it's not Fango with the jiggle. Some danger there, obviously.
Love this
I mean,
changer from
spam on the
NRG
box
though, the
angle,
cam
frontline repeat, Jogamo.
cam to actually get B
Okay, I mean,
control, so
Oakland's
they
gonna
have
be
B
committed
control
by
on this
Ethan,
one.
but what's as a call to be
So
made?
now they
I
could
mean, he's just
actually
letting
head
this
over
loose,
towards
but
B, or
it's
at
gonna
least,
fade in the
at least
wind.
create
That's more of a
pressure like they
panic
could.
ultimate because he was worried about a mid reclear, I think. They can't really do much with that.
I mean, they'll
They're
take
not also
that.
catching onto
EG will
APOS,
take
so
that
these
all
trips
day
are
in
still
terms of
up.
this ult.
40 seconds.
B
I mean,
main
they have
control,
A main
B hit
control
gets
and
scored.
B main control, but they don't really
Late
seem to
market
know where
take.
to end.
No.
Victor's taking elbow space. People group up on B.
It's really
We got
sloppy.
Superman with
And
his
Victor fake enough to make his presence
Superman with
away
his
from the hit for a
flash,
while.
just used it on
Demon
market,
one,
and now
he's
they're
the one
gonna
who's
hit
been
B main.
encroaching on his position over towards A. It's all about the push and pull in the fake, but he's seen it
Got
right
one
from the
kill
barrel.
trip here.
Betrayal in motion.
Yeah, and I apologize. I was saying Victor. That's Demon 1, of course.
Yeah, spraying it.
Damn, Superman did incredible, bro.
Just immaculate. EG,
Strong hold.
Of course, they're set up and they make it look easy in that fashion, but when NRG don't have clear structured game plans in terms of how they want to be ending,
Yeah.
and part one of the game plan on the attack side goes wrong. We've seen moments like on Ascent. There's been less of them on Sunset, don't get me wrong, but it rears its head once more.
There was only like 25, 30 seconds there when Demon 1 started to walk into A.
Right down B.
I just think that they don't really have a cohesive idea of what they want to do. And the big red button, the panic button, being hit right now for
Panic button.
Chet. Attack timeout for NRG, desperately required here. They either need a plan from the playbook or a little bit of additional resources in terms of figuring out how to approach this from EG. Victor was slowly taking B main control, but he's not throwing that same like cage, insta-cam, dominate
Yeah.
B main that we
And
see
I think
from
that
other
this
teams.
comp, just like,
It's really
it's made
slow.
to
It's
take
very
fast map
cautious about
control.
what EG could be doing.
I think you just
NRG
have to
are
go a
finding
lot
it very
faster than a
difficult
lot
to
of teams,
visualize what
that
the
these
defensive
teams
setups
like
look
are
like.
used to with
And
this
so they're
comp.
finding it hard to know where the threats are.
Like, they're good at bursting once they have the map control,
Might be going to
but in
distance
terms
once
of when they
more.
get denied early map control, this looks a little bit lost.
And it's that we could purchase.
But I've seen that with a lot of
NRG,
teams with like
really
these
highlighting the
comps.
importance of that last
And it's
round, I
hard
think, that
because
it
you
was
want to save
successful
as
for
many of these
NRG,
flashes as
'cause now they're gonna be
possible,
broken
which
down
means
to
you
low
can
buys,
probably
and they
just,
have been able to find their way.
I mean, you
through
could
some of them
combo
with some
these
thrifty
two
wins, but
off the knife if the knife
yeah, few and
hits.
far between for EG now. This is their chance to hold on to that foothold, keep the lead going and extending it further. They missed their chances of
Okay,
closing out the
low
series
buy
in
goes
2-0.
in for NRG. EG,
Just on
two
Lotus.
away.
And they're mixing things up again. You know, both initiators shown over towards A. The Cypher util.
Yeah, and love
really
this.
for
Dude,
information
Superman's
around mid and
doing
market.
so much work over towards B main, I'm
Repeat,
telling you.
Jogamo. Hoping, I believe that he was going to be set up. And normally it's just one player playing there from NRG's side. Connection with the Dizzy,
Big
Derek.
kill. I think they were going to force buy
Pushed
into
away
this, I
from the
think
angle.
so.
That's a nice opener for NRG. They're going to threaten that they're going top mid with that smoke, but when the trip doesn't get broken, it doesn't actually threaten anything.
Nice flash.
There's a trip and a cam for them to break here. They break the cam, but not the trip. And again, Market is not particularly threatened. That's a big
Oh,
That's huge.
This is
bro,
what they needed.
another round where someone
I said it would
solo
take a
walks in
miracle.
towards Market and gets
First he
2.
wins, which, listen, NRG have been able to grab
Big round,
him,
dude.
but he's opening
Big round
kills.
from him.
Flexing on him with the mechanical ability.
NRG are trying to keep it cautious at this spot, making sure that they don't get caught by Derek or Nature. These two initiators, they saw them at the start of the round over towards A.
30 seconds left.
Yeah,
Mark
now they
spots them
spot
both in
both.
mid now.
Full close in the face. Fault line stunned, avoided. Now with the paranoia as well. Oh no. Be any sort of follow-up. Nice little pre-fire onto the corner.
Yeah, we've seen this
Do
one
take up
before.
Market control, but they've got a lot to clear if they want to really make a go at
The,
things.
And
the
only
classic
a
B main
single
stack.
C's for EG.
Good,
expected to try to clear
good
out
news
somebody
is for
aggressive.
EG, they got no one to vision block
Made
this.
to stop them from pushing up close. And onto the spike just in case they get on top of it. Mosh pit as well for the next layer and level to the game plan. NRG. They can't be dislodged from this position right now, and EG have realized
Yeah,
it.
EG can't be arsed of it.
What a round. What a round.
Yeah, it's
Disgusting
huge,
work from
huge
the
play.
players to just find those picks. And Demon One, he will not be denied, except in the face of all that util, maybe just so.
Yeah, I mean,
Speaking
you
about Demon One,
feel like
he
you're going to
doesn't
see
play
a
the
trip here in a bit.
conventional ways. You know, he
Either
doesn't
that or
have years
just a
of
heavier
experience
hold
on
of
it. Yes, some of the movement still
Market.
looks clunky. He's still learning how to operate within it. But insert him into these spots where he can take his ones, and it looks like he's on EG last year.
Yeah.
Where he's, you know, when people just contact re-clear into him, he's dominating them in fights. He's got a Guardian there.
Enemy
And to be honest, they didn't even have to re-clear that area because there was still a trip up. Demon One hadn't broken the trip in Market.
The panic button was hit on the other side of NRG just to try and see if they could find some way to get back into this map and series. Now for EG, they're doing the exact same because they're realizing it. These are the opportunities, I guess, that are just slipping away from them. You can't, when you're ahead of a team like NRG, let your foot off the gas.
Aggro on
You
the
just keep
save
it
by.
going, keep it
Yeah,
moving.
and I don't know if they thought they
I
were
think
going to force or
Apod's setup,
something.
Run it back.
Yeah.
That trip, I mean, they saw the trip's position because Apoth died, but something similar, you know, where you have Cam and
So all they have
Trip
to do is hold
Market.
on to map control.
NRG, when they were working the map against Leviathan,
And
they
it was
were
only like
tending
a
to only
stun,
break
that's the
one
thing.
of those. And Com was able to keep the other one online, and that's just so big because it lets you know that the default is not real pressure. That they're not actually going to hit that. But EG, they're going to mix it up. Apoth takes his Cypher setups over towards A. Just putting them in fairly standard positions.
There.
These kind of kill trip setups
Oh,
were
we're
finding
sending
Demon
this.
One if NRG was ending A. But they haven't ended A in a while.
There's real chances here for NRG. I mean, the pendulum just swinging, oscillating wildly in the other direction now because NRG with
Oh.
these ults might be able to do some
We
damage.
at least have someone else here
Round
to
wing
now
to put
shoot
them up to
the
12.
knife that
This might be a read
isn't
on
going to
the
be
fact that
coming.
Victor is
Or
trying to put his cam
maybe-
into deep positions. This
Dude, how are
time,
they
though,
getting
he's
through
used
this?
it for a little
Popping.
bit of mid information. Usually he's been popping it on this wall.
Crash forwards. Along with that, the rocket sent flying away. What is that?
Tether breach damage. Oh my god, the Tether breach damage with the most perfect timing I think I've ever seen.
Ludicrous stuff, man. I mean, EG conditioning like
Minus
they're fighting
80 into
aggressively for most of the time
80.
now. He's going to make the adjustment. He's got the spike into his hands, but he's got to deal with Apoth with the reload.
Bro, do
It's a
they
big time
always
switch
do?
coming out.
Do
The
they always
Util
go
spike now
B
being
with
planted.
fish short?
One chance,
The
one
biggest,
opportunity.
the biggest
Run
set
away.
anti I've ever
There's a
seen.
mockery around in this
With a
situation.
full
There's no way
pass and
he's gonna be
stack
able to
ready
rotate
for
all
it.
the way. 40 seconds. He has
Oh,
the time
wait,
for a
this
bit of
is-
bait to
this is
switch.
kinda-
Forwards again with a TP.
Ah,
Might
he
just be
overcooked.
overcooking it. Smelling a bit burnt.
Yeah,
With the kill
overcooked of
collected,
that. He
EG
had
get
owned
up
it
to
going to that
12.
corner early there.
Another match point for
Bro,
Evil Geniuses.
the timing on this, the
What a
minus
timeout
80 from the
Potter.
Tether into the minus 80. Look at the timing on this, it's insane. Tether goes in as the one taps breach damage
And they come through with that seize aftershock.
with a stun after as well.
Got pushed back into the aftershock
Dude, they
by
didn't
his
even
own
one tap him, they just
recoil
they
from
just
the
tanked them
showstopper he
both.
threw out. I don't know how he didn't get a kill from the showstopper. Superman somehow managing to dodge that one.
Yeah, how did Superman dodge the thing? Did he
Exactly
TP
when they
when the
needed it.
Razor came in?
And again, I think that might have been to try to punish Victor, but they got even more than they could
Oh,
have bargained
it was
for.
100%. No, it's a punish crash these. He means,
Overtime
right?
again, or a chance for EG to lock this one up in
Yeah,
a
they 100% had the read into the
fashion.
official going B all the
Fast for
time. Dude,
This time
NRG just the
disrespecting that
easiest to
smoke.
anti-strat. That's I mean.
A little bit earlier.
That one round that TMV was
Hold
talking
on
about
to
with the
space,
cage
though, just
here,
waiting for it to
I had to
clear
go back and
fade
check
out.
the
What is
demos
the
because
call
I was
to be
like, there's
made?
no
The
way a
weaponry
team
is this
only
poor.
throws a cage
It's NRG
once
that
if
are
they're
having
going
to
over
dig
towards
deep.
middle.
Yeah,
They
but
just have
Daymoff, who's taking the
loads and
risk.
loads of
So there really
stuff
isn't
like
the need
that.
to go for this kind of risk. But EG
Maybe we
have
just
shown
anti
that
there. Maybe we just
Well,
anti
will
their
it be clear for
sunset
it?
one day
Team
to
one's
see
clearing
what
it.
it's
No,
like
it's a half
as the
clearance.
season's
Fifth
done.
now with the phone line off his contact. It's supportive util to make sure that he can try and stay alive. The shots are missing. Entirely going wide. And EG can sense it. It's the precipice. At the fingertips, the tip of the tongue, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and we've got to keep
Hunting
an eye
out
on
these players
Ethan
and
though.
these
Ethan
kills.
makes a lot of space.
Ethan's
Does
taken a lot of space,
Jorgamo.
but he's got almost no health
He
to
has
work
no
with.
HP.
I don't see how
Dude, they
NRG
have a
pushing this
camera.
across the line.
And there's such good awareness.
They literally have a camera and they got a guy in 5 HP. It's so
He
hard.
has to group up and double up. The player disadvantage, a health disadvantage, a gun disadvantage. NRG on the verge of losing this one, and EG, they know it. Time to strike is now. Sees, pushes them back and away. Ethan, eager to take this fight. Jorgamo's alone, and he's found it. And now
Oh
is
my
the
God.
time to be cool, calm, and collected. EG, bring it to one. Mobs, the Iceman cannot get it.
Holy hell. Sick, man. Fair play. Chat, they won a best of 3 and it was 5-1 in pistols. Hey, shout out to the ante on this as well. The ante was strong.
For them on Lotus. We went to overtime after overtime, but EG by far and away